Hello. How are y'all doing tonight? Yesterday, I spent 9 hours doing business financial paperwork. And today, my brain was paying the price. But we are here. 4 more achievements to go. Then no clip documentary, which I'm very much looking forward to. So, let's take a look here at which ones we have left. Let's stop our doubled audio. There we go. Alrighty, so we have all except Beginner's Luck, reach the eye of the universe in 1 minute. This one, I think I can do the short way. I don't know, we'll have to see. Because one way of doing it would be to get there manually, which is find the orange, get the artifact, the part thing, go find the eggs, use the probe to find which of the lights is not a fish, go to that one, and then you're there, right? The not short way would be probably easiest would be to drop the probe inside the seed on Timber Hearth, go get the artifact, go... wow, my brain is slow right now. Then go to Dark Bramble. There it is. Whew. I had to reach for that one. Go to Dark Bramble, find Feldspar, throw the probe through the Know My Grave, and use that to locate the vessel. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling when I get there, but we can do a profile for that. Around the world in 90 seconds. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. Ghost in the Machine. That one I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on just to remember how to get to each one of them. And then Tubular is going to be a royal pain in my ass. So we'll see. We'll at least get the 3 done and give Tubular a couple of good attempts. I'm not sure if I'll get it tonight or not, but I also don't really want to watch the documentary while I am trying to do rafting. So that's where it is. We're going to go start with Around the World in 90 seconds and probably hit Ghost in the Machine, a tubular attempt while we're in there. So yeah. And here we go. Wake up. Hello. Like the big uns, Dungor calls for aid. Dungor, Gondor. Wow. That is how my brain is going to go tonight. That, I will say though, that is a scene that is burned into my mind. Love that scene. How long has it been since you've read the Lord of the Rings books? Or watched the movies, for that matter. For me, it's been way too bloody long. I think probably almost 15 years since I've read the books. And at least 10 since I've watched the movies. So... playing shortcuts to make the achievements easier, or the archives easier, by the way. Cool. That's kind of what I figured, because I know... I was trying to think about the one... I can't remember the bloody names of these places. But the one with the tower, you get through the tower. Probably the easiest way to do that is just to die so the bell doesn't wake you up and you can yeet on through there. Never watched the books or read the movies. Wait, did I say it backwards? Oh no. That's not good. I think the one shortcut that I'm not super familiar with is going to be the canyon one. All right, so do I have to start from like up here? I don't even know how it does the timing. Parse it. Do you know with Around the World in 90 Seconds, do I have to like start all the way up here to get it? Get to the tower archive by jumping off the boat in the loading screen and walking to the archive? Oh. I didn't think you could walk to any of them. That's interesting. Alright. Let's give this a go, shall we? Don't actually have a timer around, so I don't know how quick we're gonna need to be for this, but I think, I don't know if it's just placebo, but I think it goes faster if you hit 2 of the lights at a time, so we're gonna try to do that as often as possible without completely biffing it right into the rocks. Enjoy the raft music. That might be the wrong one. Okay. Well, one of them you can. Got it. I wonder if it's the swamp one. Oh no, we'll have to go there and check it out. See what we can see. I might, if this doesn't work on first try, I would probably grab a timer and set a timer. It seems like we might be there. I'm assuming I have to go over the dam here to get it. Oh, come on, really? Go, go, go! Why does it seem like we're going so much slower now? Oh, there's no flowing water, that's why. Which I want another trick. You can think of the swamp because you basically can use what you learn to make it easier to get back to. Ooh, okay. Maybe. Did we get it? Yeah, because the canyon one, I know there's an invisible bridge, but I've never actually taken it, so gotta go find that bridge. Okay, so was this too slow, or did I not hit a trigger point? I don't know. Let's get a timer. Timer. Stopwatch. That's what I need. Reset. Oh, does it... Do I need to, like, start the timer when I jump into the raft? Is that what it is? We'll give it another shot. I think I'm losing some time here, though, too, with trying to turn so hard around this rock. Yeah, that was faster. That's 40 seconds there, so... I don't know, maybe one of these paths is faster, and I'm not hitting the right one. Or actually, am I in the wrong spot? I need to read this achievement again. Is this around the stranger, or is it around the dream world? It's got to be around the stranger, right? That'd be funny. Just totally trying to get an achievement in the wrong spot. No! Shoot. Well, that's gonna ruin the run right there. That's what I thought. Yeah, and there's the problem is that there's 90 seconds right there. So, I'm really just biffing it and not doing it fast enough. Okay, so we'll give it another go after we try tubular here. Oh, the jalapenos in this drink are totally getting blanked out by the green screen. That's funny. Because a lot of these paths will be a little more open once the dam pops, but I don't know if that counts or if it has to be done before the dam pops. Okay, so we'll get to the other side of this rock bridge here and get set up for tubular attempt. This is the one where I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this one. At least today, anyway. Alright, rocks. Behave yourselves. Slow her down. Stick our booty right in here. Come on. Can we get wedged in here so I can turn off this light in the ground a minute? Yeah, kind of. Alright. I don't know, is this left side the hard side? Because it's got a sharper turn in it than going down the center. That's tough to say. What I do know is I gotta make sure I don't outrun it this time. Alright, stay right here. 52%. So we need a little bit of speed, but not a lot. It might just be enough to touch it a little bit once we get out into the current. And then hope we don't get hung up on that tree. But if I hug the left wall, it comes flying down here. We get a little bit of speed. I nudge it to the right as soon as it hits me. And then it's just a matter of piloting it around that curve a little bit. Because once we're past this curve, then that rock there is really the only obstacle. And then we should be pretty in the clear for a while. Side note, I got Alien Isolation installed and was just testing out, make sure everything worked okay. And it gave me a pop-up when I opened the game saying, your graphics card is incompatible. You should look into getting a new graphics card. Then I proceeded to run the game at 385 FPS maxed out. I think the GPU's okay. Like, when was that published? Because it's like 8 years old at this point, isn't it? So, yeah. The 9070 XT, it was doing okay on Alien. Damn, I probably could have gotten another spin attempt in here. Right. Almost there, 25%. I did find the nice sweet spot though. Just chill. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about playing that game. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm excited to play it. I gotta go back and watch the movies again. It's been way too long since I've watched those movies. Yeah, It'll be interesting. It's the closest thing to a horror game I've ever played. Reminds me of playing old games like Guns 2 from ancient days on modern hardware. Yeah, where there's not even a setting to go above like 720 4:3 resolution. Actually, that might be too high. Like old school Command & Conquer Generals, where you had to install a mod just so that you could get the widescreen on there. Pre-dynamic lighting, yep. Pre-baked and textured. Which, I mean, to be fair, for the technology that the game developers had, they did a pretty good job for a long time. But, then GPUs became absolute powerhouses. Local man dies in tragic whitewater rafting accident. That's about to happen, Jaxie. Hey. How's it going? I have a car story for you once I don't have to focus for a second. I'm trying to sell a car here and found some problems that were interesting. All right, 1%. 1% will get out. Time to go die in a tragic whitewater rafting accident. All right, here we go. Let's take us down a little bit. Let's not get hung up on that tree, thank you. All right. Here we go. No! Not fast enough. It kicked me off. Does body surfing count? Because we're riding this sucker all the way to the end, apparently. That was short-lived. Also have a car story. You committed a sin? Uh-oh. You rafted the wave, you didn't. Yes, that's true. Is there one right here? No, that's popped. We'll try that. So anyway, I've got... Bugger, now it's going to be hard to find a... Oh, hey. Hi, Raft. You made it. Come here. Before I got my wife in this Suburban, she was driving, I think it's a 2013 Volkswagen Tiguan. Which, I mean, it was a good enough car. But the issue is that along the A-pillars, there's like drainage tubes that would get clogged up and they would leak. Doctor, wet moisture. Haven't been able to join on you. To join on me. I'm confused by this. In the game? I would hope not. Anyway, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Talking cars, doing achievements. Can I interest you to go on several issues? Oh, it has more than several issues. Because apparently in the time that it was sitting, those tubes had clogged up and we got all the snow melt and then we got a ton of rain and everything. And I thought I was going out there just to, vacuum it out and get ready to sell. Well, instead of that, I spent 2 hours shop vacuuming water out of it because it caught a bunch of water in between whatever subfloor is in there and the carpet in the back of the car. And oh, you have a Tiguan too? Yeah, no. So yeah, I got, I think 25 gallons of water out of the floor of this thing, and I have no idea how long it's been there. So it's great. It's super great. All right, so now I gotta know, what is this mortal sin you committed on cars? All right. So we don't have the current to assist us, but there's fewer obstacles. So maybe this will actually work? I don't know. Or I'm just slow. Come on. There we go. Let's go this way. There we go. Coolant leak directly onto the driver's foot. Oh, no. And sticky valve, so it constantly power surges. I bet that makes parking extremely interesting. Does it even stay running long enough to do much on it? That is... Coolant leak directly onto the driver's foot. That is a weird one. Is it coming out of the heads? Or is there a coolant tube that I'm not thinking of sitting there? It runs as long as you want. Oh boy. Okay, so we're only about 5 seconds shy on that one, so it'll clear some of the we're out of the way, but that should be the way to do it, I think. We'll give her another go. Oh, right. The heater core is right up underneath the dash there. That's not good. That's a huge pain to replace, too. Okay, out of the way, tree. There we go. Ah, crap, there's going to be a bridge in the way now. Let's slow this down. I gotta figure out a faster path around that. Because now we're gonna get hung up in traffic here. Oh, hey, look, we got it. So it must have counted my path through there as fast enough, so. All right, cool. Oh, let's see here. Okay, we haven't gotten around to it. Dealer wanted 3K to fix that because they have to pull the dash. Yep. That's why I've never done a heater core on a Volkswagen. It's incorrect. I did it in my GTI in college because I was broke as shit. So I had to do it myself. That was the first and only one I've ever done, though. My sin. Forgive me, Father. So I went to replace the horn in my Exploder, yet you spelled Exploder wrong. Second sin. Because I'm selling it, and the horn has never worked. I had a new one sitting in the box for years. Because that's how I procrastinate. Hey, and I'm not going to judge you on that, because I had a thermostat in that Suburban that sat there for 6 years. So, yeah. Spend money on the thing. Then don't use it. Yep. Welcome to ADHD. It's a reconstruct. Okay, so it's a salvage title. Rebuilt from a total wreck or something. So I pulled the wheel well liner and greeted by a sight. The old horn wasn't broken. There isn't a horn at all. Oh no. Also, yes, Ford Exploder. Yep. Also, the structural piece of metal the horn attaches to is completely missing as well. My sin. I bolted the new horn to the wheel liner. Oh no. I can see why. How are the potholes in Alaska? Okay, yeah. That sounds like a real pain. And also that horn sounds like it's going to work until it doesn't, and then the thing gets yeeted down the highway at Mach stupid. Or closer to 70. Oh, man. The piece of metal that's missing isn't huge. Or is huge. Ooh. 1 foot by 2 feet? Is it bolted to like some kind of skid plate or something? Potholes are healthy. Perfect, perfect. Well, just put some of that duct tape on it. I'm sure it'll be okay. Just go full red-green on the thing. Nothing the little duct tape can't fix. All right. Ghost in the Machine. I don't think I can do that because I'd have to open raft access to the swamp. Pick a Discord? Perfect. Take a look. As long as it doesn't unfreeze, the potholes should grow, right? As long as it doesn't unfreeze, you don't know the potholes are there. See? Exactly how this works. That is my Discord ping. I apologize. Streamer mode is busted again today, apparently. I will turn that on. So don't lose your mind. It's all right. Let's take a look at this monster. Oh. That's like a whole, like, corridor plate. I'm assuming we're looking from the rear of the car towards the front, right? Oh, oh no, I fixed the audio so you didn't get the Discord ping. Good. I'm doing game capture audio, not desktop capture. So I got a Discord ping. I thought it would come through, but it didn't apparently. So yeah, no, you don't want to replace that. That looks like a pain. View before you do. Oh, is this a screenshot from a YouTube video or something? Or are you a secret auto repair content creator that I didn't know about? Don't need raft access. Jump off the raft doing... Oh, right. We were talking about that. All right, so let's do this then. Looking at these notes here. It says open raft access to Starlit Cove. Reach the archive on Endless Canyon by using the hidden bridge by the elevator. Now, to get to that one, the hidden bridge by the elevator, that's the one we got to activate the inside bridge and just keep going around, I think. Oh, yeah, she gone. There's like nothing there. Now, that doesn't look like it's rusted out, though. That looks like someone was in there before and never put the plate back. So that looks like to me. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Don't want to take off more than you actually have to. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I go there and go for a swim and get the artifact. But my raft is going to be gone, isn't it? Might just be too annoying. Might just want to reset it. Oh, okay. So, yeah, they just didn't put it in there when whoever fixed it did their sacrilege. Yep, exactly. Let's see if I can get in here. Oh, come on. Come on! And get out in time to get back on my raft before it floats away. Where are you, raft? Come here! Okay, let's not push it away from me with my flashlight. There we go. Okay. So what I'm wondering is, Ghost in the Machine, do you... Okay, it says get all three without being caught by a pursuer. So I assume that means... Oh, come on! No! Almost had it. That you can go in and out. You don't have to like get them all in one go. Inside the train. Anyways, just gotta fix the door panels and the glove box. And it's time to sell it. Hell yeah. Very, very nice. Is this something you do regularly? Where you're flipping cars all the time, or you just cleaning out after years of collecting? It's fast, comfortable, lots of features. Brand new arm that totally isn't just bolted to the retainer. I'm not gonna roast marshmallow those off. Flipping cars. Dude, I've cleaned enough human slime out of cars that used cars that I just don't want. Look at that. Pretty sure I'd break my car trying to lift it. I break my brake trying to lift a car. I totally misread that and you mistyped it. Oh, man. Took one's the COVID buy. Driving Gio's car, someone pulled out in front of me and it got totaled. Oh no! It was a Lexus RX. Man, that's a nice car to be driving too. Left stick, please. Oh, this bug again. Left stick button stopped working again. Yeah, I gotta take one big mistake. There wasn't much out there. Yeah, our experience with the Tiguan was mostly okay. But there was a few major issues. Like, right after we bought it, they said that they did head gaskets and everything on it, and then the rear main seal blew on the other side of the state. So we acquired it, and then went on a family trip across the state and got stranded. That's actually, the mechanic that fixed that is how I found my R32. His daughter was selling the R32. So, you know, fate smiled on me that day, I guess. And it worked out, but... I was driving the Explorer, ended up getting caught, but... And gave my Mitsu... And gave her the Explorer. A Mitsu? Which one? You haven't told me about this one yet. Oh! All right. So we're going to start by opening up the raft in the tower. Actually, now that I say that, we're going to start. I'm just going to go open this door just for giggles, just so I have it. Oh, the Outlander. Got it. Yep. For some reason, my brain connects the Outlander with Toyota, not Mitsubishi. I will say the one thing about the Tiguan that I like is the same thing of every Volkswagen I've driven. Every automatic Volkswagen I've driven in the winter is that the all-wheel drive is bar none the best I've used in winter, especially with good snow tires on, like legit dedicated snow tires. Nothing comes close in what I've driven. Like my A6, my Audi A6 was the same way. Where, I mean, granted, that was a sedan, a fat sedan, a sedan that had the a 4.2 liter V8 and 10.5-inch wide tires on it. So you put snow tires on that thing, all-wheel drive, it's not going anywhere. You can slide around all you want, but 3 months been sitting around just telling myself that I'm gonna fix it. I never actually start. Yep. I know how that goes. Let's light these up. We'll go for a swim. Boing. Highest trim package, great sound system. And once I start acting up, it's just downhill. How many miles are on it? And do you know how many miles were on it when it started acting up? Oh yeah, I imagine. I've just never driven one. The Outlander's kind of known for that too, isn't it? So instead of getting her into another one like that, I just put her in the Suburban with legitimate 4-wheel drive. And then she calls me from the store and says, why the hell can't I turn this thing? I need to park, and I can't turn to park. Like, what does this light say? Oh yeah, you're trying to park in a tight parking lot with a big-ass red truck in 4-wheel high. You're not going to do that. Oh, only weeks after you bought it? About 70K-ish? That's awful. That's the typical risk of used car buying that... I mean, I've never bought a new car. I've always bought used. Right? Even my BRZ. I got that used from a guy who beat the tar out of it on a track. Probably the most reliable car I've ever owned so far. But... yeah, I've just never been in a position financially where I could justify the dealer markup. And every time there's always something. Thankfully I've dodged the real bullets on most things except that A6. The A6, that was a bit of a nightmare. I think the rear diff was nearly completely stripped bare by the previous driver, hammering on it. The suspension needed to get replaced almost immediately. The power steering rack went out 3 times, or it went out twice. I had to replace it twice, so it was on the 3rd rack, and then I just gave up on it after that. Creepy footsteps, go away. That's where we're at now. With that in prices. It doesn't make sense to buy used unless you're getting something very old. But 5-ish years old. Now we're saving 5 to 10K for 60,000 miles, no warranty. Absolutely, yeah. Well, and I'm talking like, God damn, the years now. So I had a Cadillac DeVille, a 92 Cadillac DeVille, when I was 16. Drove that for 2 weeks, got in a wreck. Guy tried to pass me on the left as I was making a left turn on a double yellow, and yeah, came about 6 inches from losing my legs. Then I was given an Oldsmobile, an 82 Oldsmobile 88 Regency Brougham. That thing was an absolute land boat. Drove that until I went to college when I bought my GTI. And the GTI I got for $3,000. And then $3,000 at like 160,000 miles, and I sold it for 3,500. 7 years later at 240,000 miles. Land boats, dude. It was a piece. It was something special. It really was. We looked at the used CRV hybrid. It was 4 years old, 63,000 miles, older style, and a new one with less features. And it was $7,000 less than a brand new one. Like, why? Why? That's so bad. Like, at that, I would expect half MSRP at least. But, oh, geez. So anyway, yeah, I sold that because it got to that Volkswagen point that started having problem after problem after problem, which, I mean, to be fair, 230, 240 plus thousand miles, that's a pretty good time to start having problems. But that 2.8 liter VR6 is damn near bulletproof. I love that engine so much. Easy to work on and very bulletproof. Then I bought the A6 and the Tiguan about at the same time because my wife was driving a Nissan Altima 2.5, and that thing started having problems. So we got the Tiguan, and then I bought the Suburban off my dad because he wanted to get rid of it. So I paid $1,000 for a Suburban that had a brand new 7.4 in it. That the engine has, when I got it, the engine had 20,000 miles on it. The rest of the truck has like 280,000, but so that one I got used for $1,000, and then whoever's a Nissan driver, is it? Heard the song about Nissan Altima? No, I haven't. Yeah, any for the both of us 10-year warranties, planning on keeping them that long. Yeah, if you can get the warranties, I think there's something to be said about that. As I've gotten older, I've become more willing to accept the markup for those two because I have, it's the time versus money balance, right? I have less time and more money, whereas before I had less money and more time. Don't listen to your shut to your kids. All right, I'll pull this up and give that a listen after stream. Just the first 5 seconds of it. Oh man. Oh, that's special. Nissan Altima mental picture of your wife has gone from respectable Mrs. Polarity to someone blasting down the freeway at 90 miles an hour, dragging attached bumper the whole way, merging into other cars. Oh man, no, that absolutely not her. That's so funny. What was I talking about? Oh, right. So the next car. I sold the Audi when I bought my R32. Well, I sold the Audi. I drove the Altima for a while. There you go. Well, she drove the Tiguan. And is it this one? And then got the R32. Sold the R32. Well, no, I didn't sell the R32. The R32 saved my bacon completely. And then, I know, right? They're both Ultimate drivers. I mean, is it this one? No, it can't be. I'll walk around it. I don't remember which is which. And now I'm in the BRZ, so that's my car history right there. In this video, the Nissan Altima gets towed for some reason. They get on the bed with it. Yeah. That's hilarious. I remember I lived in Milwaukee. The only time I've ever really lived in in a city, like a city proper. Is this the right one? All right, we're gonna do this. And that was an experience. You need to see culture at work. No, one of the guys that lived in the same apartment building that I did was some kind of a aspiring rap artist. So it'd be like 3 a.m. and they're out front and they're lowriders making rap videos, and I'm just trying to sleep as a poor little engineering student. Going from farm country to inner city life is a bit of a culture shock. Okay. Which one am I going for here? It would help if I remembered what they looked like from the inside, but I don't at all. Oh, duh, it's that one. Now I remember. Oh. Can you get in there, though? Oh, yeah, look at that. You can. I remember. Boing. Hello. Okay. So I don't know what it needs to trigger it, but I'm gonna assume that it's putting the artifact down. So that's the swamp one. So now let's go do the canyon one first, I think. Oh, come on, really? There we go. Okay, the image of my wife driving down the freeway 90 miles an hour. Oh, God. Oh! Like, jamming out to gangster rap. That's a pretty special image. What's a blinker? You're saying 100+ miles an hour dealing with a bad ball joint? Yeah, but not in the donut. I was gonna say that they're rated at 40 and they max out at... Like, you're gonna start actually popping them at, like, 50, 60. I don't know. I never missed my exit. I don't know that I've ever pulled anything that sketchy to try to hit an exit. Oh. That's a rough hit, dude. Well, crap. Here it comes. The one that's always amazed me is when people will park and you got your off-ramp and your freeway, and people will park right in the little triangle right there. Like, of all places on the freeway, why would you choose that spot? Yeah, I said exit had U.S. interstate signs. That's why I was like, it's obviously in the U.S. somewhere, but given that there's mountains, it looks pretty dry. Made me wonder. I've never actually been here for this. Oh, that's lovely. Cool. Makes you wonder if it's Nevada, actually, or something like that. All right. This one. Okay, come on. The duck is gonna haunt my dreams, though. That's wild. Alright. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, I need to find that sneaky side bridge. Oh, to get to that bridge, I have to go in, activate the interior bridge, across to there. You know what? Let's just set this down and look at it in a minute. Oh, hey, look at that. It's right here. That's fun. I didn't realize it came all the way up over here. I'm glad I looked. Oh boy. It's right here, isn't it? Okay, good. It's like, I think it's right here. No! I was just thinking, like, okay, I'm walking straight towards the tree. There's gotta be one side of the tree or the other. Which is it? Apparently it's to the left of the tree. Oh, man. Okay. So... Now, wait a second. I need to blow this out before I go down there, don't I? Because that's what lets me through the, through the door. Let's make all the nerds angry. Of course, it's an elk bugle. All right. So to the left of this tree here. Boom. I'm gonna drop that just for greens. Now, I don't remember. There's a nerd standing inside one of those doors, isn't there? Let's go look. We'll just take the second and go look. Because I don't want to get caught. Give me this achievement. Right, so that door's open. Which is where we need to go. Yeah, and there's a nerd in there. That's what I thought. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad, though, getting around that one. So we do this. Then we come in after standing in the fire, come in dead. And we can get through the one with the bell. Then it's just a matter of working our way around there. Time to drive home? Alright, good luck. Drive fast and take chances! Alright. Right? Alright, he sees us. Go, go, go! Bye-ya! Cool. We have made it to number 2. I'm gonna drop our artifact in here just in case, because I don't know what triggers this. Okay. Now. Time to go for a bit of a swim. Boing. Gotta have a little bit of a snack in between here. Alright, now... Oh, I shouldn't have sent the elevator down because I gotta go down there now. Oh well. We'll grab the elevator. Head on down. Take the raft over to... I think it's called Starlit Cove. Oh, wait a second. No, I gotta do this the risky way. Yeet. Gotta cook our bacon up. Because once I get to Starlit Cove, I can't get there anymore. I don't think. Once I get to Starlit Cove, I have to walk through the bell to get down there. I don't want to do that stealth segment in another time. And let's not fall off the edge in the process, please. Go to this tree, to the right of that tree, to the left of that tree. Boom. That one's so nerve-wracking because the other ones there's 2 candles, and this one there's just. Alrighty, down we go. Please give me a bullet. Thank you. Come on. There we go. Alright, to Starlit Cove we go. I'm hoping this isn't triggered on the elevators. That'd be annoying. If it is, we could always still go back, but I don't want to have to go back. So hopefully this is good enough. Just run down there, do a little bit of a stealth parkour session with the nerds down there, and we're good to go. Should have that achievement done. Not this one. Next one. Keep on going. And then that leaves us with 2 after that. So we're getting close. But yeah, tubular is going to be an annoying one. Regardless, just purely because of the lack of iteration ability. It takes you 15 minutes in between attempts. Just annoying. Well, there go those nerds. Alright. Let's see if I remember how to get down there. Because I gotta be quick at this point. It's over here. Shit, I'm not gonna have time now, am I? Maybe. Come on. Let's see, are these... Are they still down here? No. Okay. Let's go. Go, go, go. It's actually good timing then. Assuming I have enough time to actually get down there. It is probably going to be pretty tight. Come on. Give me the ding, please. No. That didn't give it to me, did it? Oh. That one's frustrating. That one is so frustrating. I was right there. Damn it. So what's the trigger for it? Getting out of the elevator? So I was like 3 frames too late? Is that what that was? That's the worst. Okay. Well, we'll try her again. There's another pathway this time. All right. Actually, do any of you know? Do I have to activate the elevators to get there? And get that little sound effect, or can I go in? Can I go in underground like that? We'll try it again. I can do it faster this time, so we'll try it again. It means that we're going to have to stealth our way through Starlit Cove, but I'm pretty sure I can pull that one off. So we'll open raft access here. I should have just gone the other way. Just in case I have to get back here after the dam breaks. Like a nappy poo and Betty by land. So be real quick here. And I'm going to... Yeah. My brain got turned around for where I actually was. So just real quick, extinguish that. Take a swim. Back out here. Head to Starlit Cove. Open that raft access. Not crashing on the rocks. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Boom. So we'll get up here. We'll drop raft access here. And then go to Endless Canyon. Get to that one. Do that one first. I'm reading a little bit of a guide here just to see what people are saying is the fastest way to do it. So saying, open raft in Shrouded Woodland in Starlit Cove, go to the Endless Canyon using the hidden elevator bridge and get to that archive, wait for the dam to break, then go to the one in Shrouded Woodlands, and then go back, enter through dying, so the bell in Starlit Cove doesn't wake you up. And just final archive without having to extinguish the lights. And that one, like I would have had it, I think, had I actually gotten to the bottom, but I was a little teeny tiny bit too slow. So, question is, does getting to it through the loading screen work? Or do you have to go down the elevator? That's the big question I have now. All right. Light that up. Now... I'll go to Endless Canyon. Do that one. Do it again, do it again. Okay, good. Got it. Like a glove. Go. Come on. Push, push. Oh boy. Okay, we got it. Came in a little hot there. Thought I was gonna hit the rock. Oh man. I think this has made my lack of desire to go legitimate whitewater rafting even less, shockingly enough. So by the time we're done with this one, the dam should be pretty close to breaking. Then I might just go do the Shrouded Woodlands one straight, just because I don't want to have to go there twice. Or if it's done, maybe I'll just go through the loading screen and back out through the elevator. We'll see. A couple different options here. All right. Here. And cue the angry elk bugle. Oh, get us a secret bridge. Over here, without falling into the water, please. There we go. The left. Boom. All right. See how straight I can walk in the dark, eh? There it is. About that straight. Works out. Into the archive we go. Cool. I don't know, maybe we'll have time to even get a tubular attempt in here. So we're in the archive. Again, just because I don't know what the trigger is, we're going to drop the artifact. And going for a swim. Which side? Bye-bye. Alright. So we're there. Now... I'm gonna get back to the boat. Take the boat over to Shrouded Woodlands. And the dam should be busted by that point. And I just walk right in the front door. Awful convenient bridge to have sitting there. Okay, down we go. Get us a boat. Go to the Shrouded Woodlands. And chill for a second, if the dam hasn't popped by then. Yeah, my sense of time is all out of whack. I don't actually know how long it has been since I heard it start. What is this? I see a maps link. You're back? You found the exit where the crash was? Dude. You absolute mad lad. Yeah, that looks like the one. And it also looks like they put in a little bit of protections against that. San Bernardino, California. Okay, so I was about the right latitude with my guesses then. How did you find it? Did you go full GeoGuessr, or did you find other people on socials talking about it and sleuthed it out from there? Rainbolt, that's what that is. Yeah. Dude, there are not many people that scare me on the internet. Rainbolt scares the ever-living shit out of me. There's a couple of guys like him. I mean, he's by far the most well-known. The other one, Jose Monkey. Have you seen Jose Monkey? That dude. And finding people. Like, Rainbolt is good at the quick find someone. Jose Monkey is who I will be showing my children to show them the importance of not posting pictures themselves on the internet, essentially. Well, sign said, sign a higher level thing on the right had interstate sign and blurred, but I could see it was Barstow. Okay. The only Barstow, California. There's only Barstow, California. It said north, so it had to be something south of Barstow. Then I realized only the interstates use those signs in California. State signs. The state signs just have green with white outline. Oh, okay. Jesus just had to check the interstates, and there it was. Wow. Well done. That's the way to do it right there. That's cool. This is what we call OSINT. Open source intelligence. Good stuff. Which reminds me, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to open source this year. I want to. I hate traveling, but I want to. I had a really good time last time. Yeah, so listen, don't post pictures on the internet. Bingo. Alright, there they go. And pop goes the weasel. Google Maps is a fucking security vulnerability. Which is also why I've at least attempted to get them to stop updating my house. I do not like the level of detail of my property put in those photos. I mean, if you're on the internet in 2025, you don't really have any kind of assumption of privacy anyway. But it's nice to at least try. And usually they do a pretty good job with their AI of blurring out faces and things, but no. Having photos of me doing yard work in my front yard while Google Maps thing rolls past. Okay, cool though. Okay, so this one didn't play the same music and stuff, so I'm assuming that we could have come in the back way, but oh well. This is just as quick, so. Oh, do they have it now? I know there's certain areas that over time, like, they show it, they don't show it and stuff. No, okay, now I gotta do the tough one. Gotta go in here and get my goose cooked. You can clearly see the buildings? Yeah. There was some photos floating around, too, of what looked like the shadow of an aircraft that they had manually edited out the outline of the aircraft and got it, like, as close as possible to the actual physical outline of the aircraft. So you could still see that it was some variant of the B-2 Spirit. The Spirit? I think that's the name of the B-2. So you could see it was some shorter winged variant of the B-2. It's like, okay, you're doing some kind of bullshit over there. Oh, wait. No, dang it all. I didn't want to go to sleep. Can I... You can't really wake yourself up here, can you? Oh, yeah, I can just do this. No 3D view there. Wonder why. Those, so much of a lot of stuff I did in my job before I went freelance. Doing, 3D reconstruction using 2D imagery. Like sequential 2D imagery. It's pretty wild stuff, actually. Like what has already been done and what people are trying to do with it. The amount of computational power that has gone into breaking people's privacy is a little disgusting. Which is also why the high schoolers who really tried to take out my mailbox and then got caught think I'm some kind of super hacker Mr. Robot guy. Turns out, it's just their own idiot friends ratting them out. And I just knew where to look. Who to ask. And also, if you're gonna do stupid shit, don't record it. What? I grew up out in the country. I know how much fun you can have. Don't record your dumbassery. Just plain and simple. Picture it didn't happen, right? That's one interesting thing, the generational gap that I'm starting to notice that makes me feel the most old is how, for me, this is still a tool. And something that I have here that I can use as a tool. But, can I read emails on it? Yes, I fucking hate writing emails on my phone, though. Can I don't know, watch videos on it? Yeah, sure. I'd rather use my big-ass 32s than an 8-inch, 7-inch Pixel phone, right? I can type way faster on my keyboard than I can on this. Which, side note, new keyboard. I haven't talked about that yet. Keychron Q6HE. It's the first linear switch mechanical I've ever used. This thing is incredible. Oh, where's the RGBs? Let's see if will the battery work enough to show you the RGBs? Yeah, can I? Oh no. Oh no, it won't connect. Oh yeah, it will. No. It's unhappy because it's not. No, it's not connecting. So I don't know if you can see it with my light behind the camera. No, it's not going to come through. It does have RGB. They're not shine throughs. So I came from a Ducky Shine 7 with this and that Cherry NX Browns. These are Hall effects. But it does have RGB. They're not shine through, which I'm okay with. And I have it set to a heat map mode where it does like the typing heat map, which is kind of cool because I'm not a super big RGB guy anyway. What am I doing again? I'm gonna talk about keyboards while I. Yeah, this is the one. Wait. No, this is not the one I need to be at. Anyway, so yeah, I went from the Ducky Shine 7, which has been a phenomenal keyboard, to this because the Ducky keyboard, while I've been using it for 6 years now, it's been an amazing keyboard. The keys have started to rattle. They're really messing with my head. I didn't realize how much it was messing with my head until I tried this. Sensory sensitivities are a thing sometimes, people. I'm just learning more about this in my own ears. So apparently typing on that for, 8 to 15 hours a day was giving me a headache, or at least contributing to it. And these being so smooth has been quite nice to have a change. And they're the Hall effect, so they're analog, right? Hall effect sensors. So it has a mode that I can switch it to that will let me use it as an analog input on control, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And it is running QMK, so I can do pretty much whatever I want with the key bindings and stuff. Actually, I haven't tested this yet. Let's see. Does the mute button work? Yes, it does not. No, it does not. It does not work in there. So that macro only works if I am in a desktop window. Your problem, my mechanical keyboard from my clammy dead hands. Exactly. After I went mechanical, I'll never go back. Which one do you use? Some snazzy custom build or something else? My mechanical keyboard journey has been a long and storied one. Just a SteelSeries? Is that the one with the reds in it? The linear switches? So I mean, to be fair, for a lower mid-tier, or I don't even know tiers, but like entry level mechanical keyboard, I guess, the SteelSeries, they made a good board. Did I show you the one that I'm trying to learn, by the way? The split keyboard? So I can grab this thing and script the green screen for a minute. Well, are they like a linear press, or is there like a bump in them? I built this guy about 6 months ago. So this is a Korn keyboard, a Korn 56, I think. And on and off, I've been trying to learn how to use this, but switching from a lifetime of QWERTY to Dvorak, and then to also at the same time to a split layered keyboard is a massive challenge that I don't have the hours to dedicate to right now. Which is why I went with the Keychron. I will say, once you like set your macro keys and stuff to certain locations, trying to remember where those are or relearn the new locations is a huge pain. But no, I started mechanical keyboards on the Razer Black Widow and Apex 7. Oh yeah, okay, I know the one. Is that front plate translucent? No, it looks black, just reflective. Some hella bright LEDs anyway, at least in the marketing images. Yeah, so all of those, like the SteelSeries, which I used the SteelSeries Aerox mouse for a long time. It was a good mouse until it died, which is why I use a Ducky mouse now. Old school, like this is literally the Ducky. Was it Secret Retro M? Secret M Retro. So it's designed to be like an old school mouse. Brown switches, okay. Yeah, I love brown switches. I've used those for a very long time, to the point that I have a box of 300 raw switches in my cabinet over there, because there were a couple years ago. A couple years ago. At this point, I think it was maybe 5 years ago. There was an issue where there was a boat that sank with pretty much all of the inventory of cherry switches coming to the West. And I really liked those switches, and I had plans to build a keyboard. So I was like, all right, we're going to buy up all the switches, the Cherry MX Brown switches that DigiKey had in stock. And I paid a little bit of a premium. So now I have a bag of raw Cherry MX Brown switches that I've used, I think, 2 of them when other switches have died. But now everybody's coming out with the Hall effect mechanical keyboards. I've wanted to try linear switches anyway, and the linear Hall effect switches feel very, very similar to the like Cherry MX Red, a linear red switch. And now there's a lot more brands out there that are beating the quality of the current Cherry switches, which is really interesting. Like Gatoron switches, I'm very impressed with the Gatoron switches I've used. So yeah, I got started with a Black Widow on MX Blues, and my roommates wanted to have me drawn and quartered for that. They hated that keyboard. I didn't mind it so much, but they hated it because that's the really clicky loud ones. And then I went to the Razer Black Widow with the Razer Orange switches, which I think are supposed to be comparable to the Browns, the MX Browns. And then I have it right here. And then with my work stuff, I went to this, which, let's get the reflection here. The green screen is, all the main keys are green lettering, so the green screen is cutting them out. But this was a key printing design that I put together, all the color scheme and everything for this. This has no backlight on it, but I did the font and everything and the layout for the keys on this. And this has MX Browns in it as well. This is a WASD keyboard. That comes through on, there you go. Boom, there you go. So yeah, I used that one, and then I got a full-size WASD with the number pad with MX Clears, which they feel like Browns except with a heavier spring in them. And that's actually my server keyboard now. Then I got the Ducky Shine 3, and then the Ducky Shine 7, and now the Keychron. So yeah, I've had quite a lot of them. I'm alone and deaf. You give a fuck how loud it is? Yeah. When I had that keyboard with the MX Blues in it, I was living in a quad in college. So it was me and 3 other dudes. And the guy who shared a bunk with me, he hated my ass for that one. Some stiff-ass keys. I would be curious what you would think of the cherry clears then. Because, let me look it up. Next. Spring. Let's see if that finds it for me. I don't know what actually to search for that, because if I remember right, the MX Browns are like 8 grams and the MX Clears are something around 22. A variable force MX Blue? That's interesting. Let's see here. So Cherry, MX Brown, Spring Specs? Cherry MX Brown. Here we go. Cherry.de. Deny all cookies. Here, let's do this. Put you over in that window. And 2. So let's activate the right screen. We'll turn that one off. We'll go over to screen 2. Have you ever played like a real piano keyboard? Do you mean like a physical piano with strings and hammers? Or are we talking an electronic keyboard that has hammers and buttons to like simulate the weight and the feel of a piano? Because I've done both. I grew up on an upright, an old school upright. Has force feedback versus a synth, which is weighted keys. No, so the one I have now is a synth with weighted keys. Not a force. I've never played with a force feedback one, which is why playing on this, even though this is way better than just a no weighted key, gross feeling keyboard. I hate playing those. So this is a hell of a lot better. But this keyboard it doesn't. It can't even hold a candle to playing on a real physical piano. It's way better, but I think it's a good middle point. But I didn't even know that was a thing, like a force feedback electrical piano. I want to know more about that now. All right, so I'm assuming this is centinewtons. So 55 centinewtons operating force, which doesn't really mean much to us freedom units people. Keyboards, mice. It's clear. No, it's clear. Here we go. So 65. Okay, so it's not nearly as different as I thought it was. That 10 centinewtons. Let's see. CM to grams. We're at CM to grams. 55. Oh, is that really just a direct conversion? That's nearly a direct conversion. Okay. So yeah, that the clears, for whatever reason, even though it's not that much different, the clears feel significantly heavier than the browns. Dude, I like working in metric, but when you get into newtons, my brain just does not happen. Like, yeah. Anyway. Are we close enough that we can just wait this out, you think? $10 newtons is 1 kilo. Was that them dying? I hope that was them dying. Yep, okay. We're going. We're going. This should be the achievement here. Is that a direct conversion? Because for some reason I thought newtons was referencing something different. I'm not sure. Hey, there's the achievement. Okay. Cool. Got it. Neat. All right. Let's take a quick look-see here. It's 9.81 newtons versus 1 kilo. Okay. So the newtons are much more closely related to gravity. Back, how's it going? Welcome back. We just got Ghost in the Machine. Just like 10 seconds ago. Nobody 1 meter per second squared. Perfect. I understand now. So I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to give beginner's luck a go. And then pull up the documentary. That's what I'm thinking. So now that we got those done, we're so close to having them all, but I don't think I have the patience tonight to try to grind out tubular. Not giving up, per se. Just, it might be the not on stream, I'm sitting here chilling kind of thing. We'll give it another go. Or a couple of more goes, I think. So, no, I will 100% these achievements. It's just whether or not I do it tonight. Because I do want to get through that documentary. I want to watch that tonight. Very, very excited to watch that. Wait a second. Okay, so... I screwed this up. I went on autopilot. Uses Linux. Should have used to sitting down and grinding endlessly at a task. It's only grindy if you don't understand the problem. Okay, what am I doing? Quit. Yes. You can figure out the exact right amount of time to sleep at the tower. Interesting. Current profile. What do we name this current, the new profile? Archie. Don't know why. That's what we're gonna name it. Tubular. We'll sleep about 3 minutes from campfire before setting off. That makes sense. Okay. So we'll go do this. And we'll give it a try. Then back to the menu. Oh no, it's resetting me. Alright. Okay. Let's see if I can do this on the first go. I don't think I can. Oh no! I don't think I remember the code. I was gonna screenshot it. Yeah. Let's do it quick. Vessel code. Yeah. Yeah, I just need a screenshot of the pro coordinates. I know, right? First tattoo. Outer Wilds. Pro coordinates. Vessel coordinates. Images. And of course, the first image I pull up and the one I'm going to be referencing is a dude with a tattooed on the backside of his forearm. What a giga Chad. It's just LAN. It is. That's hilarious. I did not put that together. Okay, so we need to go get the launch codes. Step 1. I probably should have emptied my bladder before this because she's about to blow. Man, I remember walking through here the first time and talking to everybody too. It's so cool. I'm gonna miss this game. I really am. Actually, what? After syncing with the statue? Okay. Al's right there. All right. Just launch codes. Okay, got them. Oh, really? I do remember talking to Hal. I've also watched people like glitch through this scene and hit this animation at the ship. Jaxie, I think you sent me that speed run, like that 8-minute speed run. That's insane, dude. It's wild what these people can pull off. All right. Yeah, hi Hal. A jelly statue or something like that. Just named the glitch. Okay. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Wait, did you just backtrack then, the way you came? And just totally miss Hal? Okay. That's funny. Oh, so that's how you found it? Is that Hal had actually moved? Oh, I guess I should have slept a little bit. I got there a little too quick. Where is it? Sand. Go away, sand. So, here's my thought. Is that we wait for this to get down, we get inside the ATP, grab the doodad, get to Dark Bramble, and get to the eggs. Make sure we're clear of the anglers, and then use the probe to check which one of the lights is not a fish. And then I think we should be good to go to enter that one. I'm pretty sure that's where the ship is. Sun. Oh, I thought it was the one that did emit light. Oh. Okay, so I got it backwards. In 4. Would the better approach be to go the slower route? Instead of searching for it? Because the other route is to... I'm say a couple of shots with the probe and I should be able to find it, or while I'm waiting for this, I go back to Timberhearth, I put the probe in the seed there, and I go find the Know My Grave and put it... Do that whole rigmarole again. Maybe I'm just making life harder for myself by not doing that. Right. So then Feldspar leads you to the here it is. The Feldspar one leads you to the Know My Grave, and the seed there is the one that is the wow, brain. See, that seed, put your probe through there, and that gets you to the vessel, right? Feldspar doesn't lead you to the grave? No, I have to follow the beacon, the distress beacon, once I get inside. That's what it is. I don't know why I got sidetracked onto Feldspar getting to the grave. Yeah, okay. That's probably the safer route to make sure I don't get inside the angler nest and not actually be able to find it. It won't take that much longer. Let's drop the ship here. What I do early on is go to the grave and scout blast it while waiting for the sand to clear. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That gives you a little bit extra time while you're waiting for this bullshit. Come on, sand, go away. Yeah. I think about that. As long as I don't get eaten. Pretty much know where I'm going once I get there. We're gonna get yoinked by the sand. No, we're good. Let me in. There's no crouch button. Come to me, scary sand pillar. Let me teleport the wrong direction. Hello? Are you coming? The sand is gone now. Here it comes. Yeah, because there's... what does it take to get down here? Like 6 minutes? So it might be a little tight, but... I think we'll be alright. Yeah, yeah. That was almost too early. That was almost really bad. Come on. There you go. Oh, hey, there's rocks there. That's cool. Bunk. Got it. I'm curious now if the gravity changes as the sand goes away. Dark bramble, here we go. Into the belly of the beast. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna have to do it this way because... Oh, actually... Shoot. Where... Can I find one? Sorry, my brain is going a million miles an hour. Where's Brittle Hollow? Probably the easiest one to find right now. Map. Brittle Hollow. Let's go to this one. So, I need to go to the... one of the escape pods to get the signal, right? Because I don't have that that channel. Oh, I'm coming in way too hot. It's right there too. It's right there. Slow it down. Oh boy. Oh. I know exactly what I'm doing. That was totally intentional. 100% planned, and totally did not believe that I was about to yeet myself into oblivion right there. You like that? You know, when I don't think about it too hard, I can be a halfway decent pilot. When I start thinking about it, that's when it all falls apart. Alright, now let's go to Dark Bramble. Because now, I have distress beacons. So I was right. Yeah, I totally thought I was gonna biff it right into the surface of the planet there. No, it's not coming too crazy hot. Still. I'm gonna start slowing down. Get our signal up. Alright, slow her down. Alright, there we go. So we're actually flying towards the one and not flying straight into a fish. There we go. Alright, we're good. Just be the one. quiet. Just waiting for him to pop out and try to eat my face. Oh, they're coming. Oh, right. I remember this now. There we go. Just not smacking into the rock, thank you. Straight this way. Nice and quiet. Alright, there's our blue trail. Ow. Out of the escape pod and this way. Left? Oh shoot, that was it. I just went backwards. Wow. Good job, dummy. No wait, this is what I want. It's exactly what I want. A little bit low and nope. In. There it is. Should be it, right? Boom. There's the vessel. Okay, cool. And now, the risky bit. Let's get a good run on this. Let go. And now we wait. Just don't sniff, fish. Nobody fart. Just don't do it. Not right now, please. They're so creepy. Once channel points are a thing here, that's gonna have to be one of the sound effects in there, just for the timing of it. Gotta take a good look. All right, have a good evening, man. Thanks for joining us. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer, but we're gonna pull up the documentary in a little bit. We'll do a bit of a watch through on that. So hopefully we'll see you around. All right, I think we're good. We'll just start inching our way over there. There it is. Boom. And we're in like Flynn. Alright, let's get in there. Boom. Wait, is this reversed from what it was last time? No, I'm just upside down. Wow. Boom. Oh, I didn't get it. That was almost a really good drive-by. Alright. Boom. Come on. Oh, wait. Wrong switch. This one. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No way. Come on, man. I can't pick it up. Okay, there we go. Oof. I wasn't getting the prompt to pick it up before that. Set it down. Drop it. Drop the warp core. Thank you. Alright. So L. Alright, that would have been such a a cockblock to get here. All this way. And there. Boom. Here we go. Boom. Hey, there it is. Nice. So we did it. You got her there. Got the achievement. That leaves one left. So I think we can do it. So, close out of that. Close out of that. Unable to pinpoint location. Nice. No reason to continue this at this point. Nicely done. First try. Switch. Did I switch it? Yeah, okay. Resume. Wake up. Alrighty. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a short break, do a lap, get a refill, take a leak, that kind of stuff. And Rip New Universe never gets made. Yeah, sucks to be them, you know. So yeah, you just take like a 2-minute break here, come back. We'll give Tubular a couple of tries, and then we'll pull up the documentary. We'll give that a view. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the devs have to say about this, but I really want that 100%. So we'll give her a few tries. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, we are back. Boom. Okie dokie, time to go ride some waves. Get some water in my system too. Good grief. Boom, that button. Okay. So now, Jaxie was saying he thought about 3 minutes. So we'll give her a 3-minute snooze. It's fair, but we'll try. It's better than sitting there for ages. We'll start with 3. Actually, I'm going to push it. We'll go up to 5. I don't mind if it's kind of tight. It's got to be longer than 3. 5. Gonna go all the way to 42. Man, there's a sound bite that I have in my head that I have not been able to pinpoint yet. I don't know. Maybe it was Co-Carnage. Maybe I heard it on his stream. It's like, hydrate, damn it, hydrate. And I don't know what it's from. And for some reason, it's in the Duke Nukem voice. Oh, talk about another game that I've never played, but I've always wanted to. Was it Duke Nukem Forever? I don't know. It just looks like a good time. Here, there, out. And I don't know if any of you are or at. Hey, landing gears. Oh, come on. I wasn't far enough off. And now my thrusters are busted. What's going on? What did I break? It was still in autopilot on the ground. That's wild. Okay. Jeez. Anyway. What I was saying is, I don't know if any of you are or at some point have been EVE Online players. But I played for 4 or 5 years. But Marquis Dragon, old dude, long beard streamer. He got the voice actor for Duke Nukem to do some voice lines for his stream. It's pretty friggin' awesome. All right, so still out. Spreadsheet players, yeah, dude. Just went out of the gravity. Yep, did a little too quick. Why am I surprised? Fair. You know, I love a good social sandbox game, just for the open-endedness of it. It's really cool. I've never been able to get into Albion Online. I'm really curious what Ashes of Creation is going to be able to pull out. It looks really good so far. Because I miss what EVE used to be. And I understand the direction the devs took it in some light, but it just kind of killed the game for me. Like, there are players in that game who have literal decades more time invested in it than I do. And the fact that I could come in, make a new character, and buy my way into the same skill window. I mean, granted, it's fucking expensive. But I could buy my way into the same skill window as these players who have been in this universe for far, far longer. And, I mean, that's just one of the issues, but it's just kind of killed the vibe. So 5 minutes, definitely not long enough. Because I still stopped and fixed the ship, so we could probably go to 7. Still make it in time. But yeah, Spreadsheets Online, man. It's good stuff. I think what I liked about it was that it was half skill and half knowledge when it came to things like the PvP, the production, all that. Oop, let's not bump my mouse. Thank you. Like, it wasn't all just skill-based, and it wasn't all knowledge-based. And I mean, sandbox MMOs are a pretty special breed in of their own. They're social sandbox MMOs, where versus like a theme park MMO like WoW. Where, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had my good times in WoW so far. I'm not an old school player by any stretch, but I have had recent fun in it. But it's just a very, very different feel. How do you making every reward players for playing long, but also not disincentivize new players joining the community, which is going to be more powerful than new player. So my answer to that really comes down to the nature of a social sandbox game. Is that, and this is what I think EVE did well before they started things like the skill injectors, and they could have found a better middle ground where they could help the new player jumpstart in and shorten the time to get to that that crazy high level without completely neutering it. Because there's a difference between we're shortening this time and we're saying, hey, if you're willing to dump $1,200 into a character, you can just be at that level. But just because you can fly the ship, you can sit in the ship, doesn't mean you can fly it, because you're still missing all of that skill to actually pilot it and work the mechanics properly, which is why there's quite a few of the pilots in EVE that, sure, you can fly an Avatar, you can fly a Titan, one of the biggest ships in the game. Actually, I think the Avatar is actually the biggest ship in the game. You can sit in it, you can put it out, like you can drive around in space, but as soon as you need to actually use it in a fight, you're kind of boned because you haven't learned how to actually use it. But I think the nature of a social sandbox game, given that it lives and dies by the player interaction and the player communities, that's where you find that sweet spot of the player communities give each of the new players purpose, helps them feel useful, gives them something to do while they're progressing in their skill. And that's partial game design and partial community design, which I think EVE has also floundered in, is actual community management. So general game design, more specifically the MTX chips. Yeah, and pause there because we're getting close. So, and it's not so much the microtransaction ships, because EVE doesn't really, I mean, I think they do a little bit, but it's not really microtransaction ships. It's more skills, right? It lets you buy your way into the skills to fly the ship. And I guess you can buy Plex, which you can convert to ISK in EVE, and then you can buy the ships that way. So technically, yes, you could MTX your way into the skills, into the ship, all of that. From a game design perspective, I think the way you do that is if you have a long-standing game that has rewarded players who have been there for the duration of the game's lifetime, but you want to incentivize new players to coming in and being part of that universe, is very difficult, because you don't want to ruin anything that you don't want to devalue what your long-term players have done. So they're your whales, essentially, right? They're the people who have stuck with you. So you don't want to disincentivize any of that. So it really comes down to making new, better early game content that is more engaging for new players, that gets them hooked into that same trajectory as the rest of the players. But as soon as you, right, so we're talking about one pocket of content that is make it more engaging and interesting for the player to start the game, get them hooked, versus get them to end game faster. And I think this is where WoW really fell on its face, right? So I had a lot of fun in WoW Classic. I haven't had any time to play more WoW Classic in the last 6 months, but I had more fun in WoW Classic from a progression standpoint than I did in retail, but I had more fun in retail from an end game content perspective, right? But those are two very, very different games. One is focused on the D&D style, like you are a character in a world progressing through these adventures, whereas the other one is you're the hero of the universe and we need to get you powered up as soon as possible so you can go fight the biggest raids. They're just very different feels, and I dislike the way that retail WoW does it, because it almost entirely devalues the story and the world of each expansion that they release in favor of get you to max level as fast as possible. Obviously, it works because Blizzard still makes ass loads of money. So, I mean, it's definitely a market for that. But I would expect that the majority of players, the majority of retail WoW players who are still engaged, are people who have been playing for a very long time. Whereas someone like me coming in new, I maybe played an hour of WoW on a free trial a decade ago, right? So someone like me coming in pretty fresh, to me, the more interesting part is the world and everything that they built because I don't have the time to schedule out, you know, every Thursday night or Friday night, I can sit down for 6 hours and run a raid with 40 other people. It's just, I can't fit that in my life. So it's just less interesting to me. But I could totally see the collector gameplay loop of retail being something I could get into. Just stuff like this, finding the achievements, going around, collecting the mounts, whatever. I might be able to get into that, but then again, I have a nearly 1,400 game library that I have to bust through, so... Pick your poison, I guess. But, Gerby, that is a very interesting game design problem to solve. And I'm curious, do you know of any other games in that kind of a position? Because as far as I know, Eve is really the only one. Like a specifically PvP-focused game? Okay, well, let me ask you this then. How has COD kept people engaged? Because Call of Duty has pretty much the same model it had 20 years ago. Plus or minus weirdness. Oh, dude, yeah. TF2. I still pick up TF2 from time to time, but my issue with TF2 is that I couldn't find a lobby without cheaters. I love that game. It's a ton of fun. But I want to go play and have fun instead of go and play and have cheaters hacking the audio on mine of the client or things like that. It's just, it totally ruins it. I guess PvP RPG style game. What would fall into that bucket? It makes me want to go back and look at how Albion Online has done it. It's a younger game, but it seems to have a very dedicated fan base. Started TF2 for the first time since they went free to play. Like to hear people using these. Yes. Yep. Eve would be... Well, and that's the thing. Like, what else is there that's comparable to Eve? And that's why the only two that come to mind would be Ashes of Creation and Albion Online. And Ashes is so new and young still that... I mean, it's changing so much, we can't even really look at that one. And Albion is the only other, like, hardcore established one. Maybe Guild Wars. But once you're looking at, like, PvP RPG style games, you're really into MMOs. There are PvE elements in the main gameplay with player corp versus player corp. Oh, but the main gameplay is player corp versus player corp. Yeah, yeah. And the PvE elements in Eve, I enjoy it. Like I enjoy going and ratting and stuff or mining. I was a miner. I was a 4-box miner. So I would sit here with my 4 nerds out in a belt, and I would bust out a belt with a couple other dudes. We'd bust out a belt in an hour or so mining. And there was a little bit of PvP in that, a little bit of PvE. It's always funny when someone jumps in PvP and then one of the other guys with his cloaked up battleship sitting at artillery range just ruins their day. But that was always fun. Good times. But it's that kind of emergent gameplay that you can only get in that style of social sandbox MMO. So that's why I'm wondering, like, is there anything else that really falls into that? Unless it falls into the social sandbox MMO genre, what else would fall into the PvP RPG umbrella? I don't really know. Elite Dangerous kind of counts when it comes to people showing up with anacondas, where's like a shitty starter ship. And I haven't played enough Elite to really know what the PvP side of it's like. Not a sharp of a difference. Yeah. That's a really interesting problem space. I want to think about that more. Anyway, I want to keep thinking about that, but I want to ride this wave. All right, here it comes. Stop it up. All right. Work it over. Too far. Maybe? Okay. We're on it. We're on it. Go, 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 go. No! Hey! Let's go! Woo! I can't believe we got that. Oh, man. I thought I scuffed it. On your last try, too. I was going to give it 1 or 2 more if I didn't grab that. Kirby, you do this every time, dude. Oh, man. That's wild. So it actually triggered. So I started, I think I picked the wave up like right here. And by the time I had crossed these rocks, it had triggered. So that's a lot shorter than I expected it to be. Oh, man. That feels good to get that. Look at that. 100%, my friends. We have done it. We got them all. Oh, what a ride. What a ride. Ooh. That's fantastic. Let's enjoy this music for another minute. So I almost fell off that one as well. I think I'll have to go back and watch it, but I'm pretty sure that I barely held on. I should have been going a little bit faster, but once I stuck, then it was just a matter of piloting it. So really the challenge is catching the wave. Once you catch the wave and you're paying attention, then you can kind of pilot it. You're like, what? Well, we got her. We got her. Outer Wilds. It's been a ride. Man. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna miss this game. Now that I've completed it, I've 100%ed the achievements, there's nothing left to do. And it's that bittersweet. Now you become one of us. Truly, I am one of you. Watching all the playthroughs you can, you know? I might just start having to do that. At least pulling up other streamers while they're doing it, because... yeah, man, it's something else. I love it. Nothing left but to live vicariously through others. There's a few other playthroughs you definitely check out. Yeah, fire them in the Discord. I'd love to check out some other playlists, if you don't mind. At least names to point me in the right direction. I don't think I have ever been this sad to hit quit. Like, truly. So, thoughts on Outer Wilds? Because I've been thinking about this a lot. It's like, what hits so hard about it? With 100% achievements. Yeah, but the feeling also ties to the game also. Yeah. And I was reading some other people's thoughts on it too, and it's really fascinating how different people take different things away, especially based on where they're at in life. Right. So some people are talking about how they picked up Outer Wilds at a time where they were really struggling in life, and this was a light in the darkness for them, or cool. Thank you, Jaxie. Appreciate it. I'll check those out. Becca Bites. I think I've heard of them before. Discord noise. You got Discord noise this time. I switched to desktop audio feed. So yes, my Discord ping. Apologies. But then there are other people. So then there are other people like me who pick it up when life is hard but generally good. And I don't know that I really understand why it hits the way it does, other than it is the most real and grounded game that I've ever played. Like the most human game, if that makes sense. It feels like fantasy as you're going through it, and then you pick up little tidbits. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh shit, no, this is the human experience in a game. And you hope to see your friends on the next loop.